Why she doesn't want to have sex with you. Hey guys, my name is Danny and I'm your life and relationship coach. And obviously, based on the topic, we are talking about reasons for why she may not want to have sex with you. This is a question that I get all the time, especially in my one-on-one coaching sessions. And gentlemen, I want to provide you with some insight, right? Some secrets as to why she may not want to have sex with you. Obviously, there are a multitude of different reasons for why this may be, but I wanted to discuss the most common ones that I see, and the ones that I usually discuss with my female clients, right? Clients that come to me and say, hey, these are the situations, this is how I'm feeling, this is why I'm not in the mood. So you guys are getting the VIP access to this information. So without further ado, let's jump into some of the reasons for why she may not be wanting to have sex. First and foremost, we have a tendency of thinking that it is our fault, right? Or maybe we have a tendency of thinking that it's our partner's fault. And if you think that it's your partner's fault, I would advise you to take a step back and reevaluate and see why you think it may be your partner's fault. Because oftentimes that means that we are not flipping the mirror on ourselves and taking accountability for our own actions. And accountability is a big part in the healthiness of a relationship, right? But I digress. So one of the reasons for why she may not be wanting to have sex is health reasons, right? So there may be things that are going on internally that we may not fully be aware of. There may be hormonal imbalance, and maybe that she's on her period, and maybe that she is experiencing that hormonal imbalance because she just gave birth, and there's a lot of complications sometimes that come after giving birth to a child. There's possible postpartum depression. There's a lot of different things that could possibly be contributing to that. And I don't want you guys to immediately think that it's because it's something that you're doing that she is not wanting to have sex with you, right? There are other reasons. And if as a couple, you guys are concerned about some of those things, I highly recommend and advise that you guys go and see a doctor and try to figure some of these things out, right? Because this may be something that's very new that you guys haven't experienced before and you're trying to navigate it and figure it out. Or if it's something that's been going on for a long time, it's also something that you should try to figure out. But again, I want to warn you, you can't force your wife, your girlfriend, your partner to do anything. You can support, you can advise, and you can be there, right, for her. But it's a decision that she has to make on her own. And I know how incredibly frustrating that can be, because for you, the sex may be an important part of the relationship, but a big part of that is being emotionally available and supportive to your partner through that process. The second one is external stressors, right? So she may be stressed with work. She may be stressed with taking care of the kids. She may be stressed with familial issues that are going on, with arguments that she may have gotten into with her friends. There's a multitude of different reasons for why she may not be in the mood. And stress is a big killer of libido. It's been scientifically proven that depression, anxiety, stress, all of those things contribute to a lack of wanting to have sex. So if that is part of what is happening here, it's really about taking a step back and saying, what can I do? How can I support my wife in these areas, right? So if she's already working 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and maybe you are working from home, then taking care of some of the things in the house so she doesn't feel like she has more responsibilities when she comes home. Maybe you help a little bit more with rearing the kids. Maybe you help a little bit more with anything that you can in order to eliminate some of those stressors, right? It shows that you are being emotionally supportive. You are consciously aware of the fact that she is needing support and help, and that can go a long way. Instead of just sitting back and being like, oh, you're so stressed all the time. Oh, you don't want to have sex. That doesn't do anything, guys, right? It's about being proactive, being consciously aware of what the issue is and trying to come up with a solution and supporting your wife through that. The third one is emotional disconnect in the relationship, right? And this can be on both ends, right? Maybe your wife has emotionally disconnected from the relationship, or maybe you have emotionally disconnected from the relationship. What I oftentimes find is that men have difficulties being vulnerable, right? Being emotionally available for your partner. And the reason why is because we have been classically conditioned by society to uphold this kind of masculine facade, right? Where we don't cry, where we don't show our emotions, where we're the strong ones, we're the ones that, are supposed to provide and protect the family and all those types of things. But at the end of the day, if you strip it back, we're all human beings. We all have emotions. We all have feelings. And your wife wants to feel like you trust her enough to be vulnerable, right? Your girlfriend, your wife, your partner, whoever it is that you are dating, they want to feel like you feel safe around them, right? And with you being vulnerable, that in turn allows your partner to be vulnerable with you and helps in the bonding experience. I have found that women want to be understood and men want to be respected. So in order to understand your partner, they also have to feel like they understand you. So open up a little bit, man. Be a little bit more receptive to your wife, to your girlfriend, to your partner, and allowing her in a little bit more so she can actually feel like you guys are connected and bonded, and that will make a big difference. But again, like I said, that may not necessarily be the only thing that's involved here, but it is a part of it. The fourth one is maybe you have unattractive habits, right? So maybe you have a lack of motivation, a lack of drive, a lack of inspiration. Maybe you're a smoker. Maybe you drink a little bit more than you should. Whatever the case may be, if there are certain habits or characteristics that your wife finds unattractive, your girlfriend finds unattractive, and you continue to do them, of course, that's going to contribute to the lack of attraction and the want to have sex. So if it is something that you can correct, if it is something that you feel like you can invest the time in and the energy to try to shift and change, I would highly recommend doing it because it will result in your wife, your girlfriend, your partner feeling like you are dedicated to the relationship, you are understanding and hearing where they are coming from, and you are actively trying to compromise and meet her on a emotional level so that she feels like, yeah, he really is making the changes. He really wants to try to make this work. He really is doing this for me, which in turn will help in that connection, that bond, and potentially, hopefully, lead to a more active sex life. The last one is maybe you aren't pursuing her as much as you once did, right? So maybe in the beginning of the relationship, you were the one that was constantly pursuing sex. You were the one that was like, I want you, I want you, I want you. And guys, I understand. It can be exhausting to feel like you are the one that is constantly pursuing. So you back off a little bit and you stop trying because you too want to feel desired. You want your girlfriend, your wife to pursue and chase you as well. But I will warn you and caution against this. If your wife or girlfriend is pursuing you and you are actively rejecting her because you want her to get a taste of her own medicine, and what I mean by that is when you pursue her and she says she's not in the mood or she doesn't want to have sex, maybe she's on her period, maybe she's stressed out from work, all the things that we covered and we said, guys have a tendency of internalizing that and getting upset and resentful and frustrated, right? I mean, women too as well. But if you use that to weaponize it, right? If you use that circumstance to weaponize it, it's not going to help you because the more you reject her, the more she's going to reject you. And then you just get into this cycle of rejection and you never have sex. If the goal is to have more sex with your partner, if the goal is to understand why she's not wanting to have sex with you, it's about taking a step back and saying, okay, am I willing to wave the red flag here? So pursue a little bit more. Or maybe it's the reverse. Maybe she's the one that was always pursuing you in the beginning or always pursuing you for sex in the relationship, and you kind of just got comfortable and that became the norm. Shift the dynamic, change it. Show her that she's desired. Show her that you want her and pursue her again, or start pursuing her now to see if that makes a difference. But again, I caution against just jumping straight into sex, right? There's a foreplay that happens before that, and that is the emotional connection and the bond and building some intimacy and some romance so that she feels a little bit more comfortable and willing to have sex. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box down below. I love to have open dialogue with people, and I read every single comment. Maybe you just want a little bit more detail. You want to know a little bit more. In order to do that, you can go to our website, www.happily-committed.com, where we have a multitude of different articles and blogs related to this video and many other videos as well. If you feel like you need more information, like I said before, we also have a products section on our webpage, and I have created multitude of different products surrounding this topic, right? How to reattract your partner. And it is hours of content, there's exercises, there's things that you can start to do and practically apply in your life right now that I promise you will make all the difference in the world. It'll change the dynamic of your relationship. It'll change your perspective on things, and it'll actually will help you to also grow as an individual. So I highly recommend checking out that product that is also on the page. If you want to book a one-on-one coaching session, you can do that through the website as well. And you can either book with me or any of the other amazing coaches that we have on the team. Again, my name is Danny. I'm your life and relationship coach. I hope you're staying happy and healthy, and I'll see you soon.